Deep in the heart of the emerald jungle, where the trees stood tall and the rivers flowed like silver ribbons, lived two magnificent rulers, Leo, the golden lion, and Taro, the mighty striped tiger. Though lions and tigers were not often friends, these two shared a special bond. They had sworn to protect the jungle and all its creatures from danger. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, wise old Owl called for an urgent meeting. The animals gathered near the Great Banyan Tree, their eyes filled with concern. "The jungle is in great danger," hooted wise old Owl. "A terrible wildfire is approaching from the east, and poachers have been spotted near the river. If we do not act, our home will be lost." Gasps of fear spread through the crowd. The deer trembled, the monkeys chattered nervously, and the birds fluttered in distress. Leo, with his golden mane shining under the moonlight, roared, "Do not fear. Taro and I will find a way to stop the fire and drive away the poachers." Taro growled in agreement, "But we will need everyone's help. This is our home, and together we will protect it." Leo and Taro raced toward the eastern jungle, where they saw thick smoke rising into the sky. The fire crackled angrily, devouring trees and sending animals running in fear. "We must act fast," said Taro. "If the fire spreads, nothing will survive." Leo nodded and let out a mighty roar, calling the elephants, the buffaloes, and the birds. "We need water to put out the flames." The elephants used their powerful trunks to suck water from the river and spray it over the fire. The buffaloes stomped on the burning ground, smothering the flames with dirt. The birds carried water in their beaks, dropping it onto the smaller fires. Taro, using his sharp claws, dug trenches to stop the fire from spreading further. Leo guided frightened animals away from the danger, ensuring that no one was left behind. After hours of hard work, the fire began to weaken. Smoke still filled the air, but the jungle was safe. The animals cheered, thanking Leo and Taro for their bravery. As the animals rejoiced, a parrot named Pico flew in frantically. "The poachers! They are setting traps near the riverbank." Leo and Taro exchanged determined glances. It was time to face their second challenge. The two crept through the shadows, moving swiftly toward the river. They spotted the poachers' men carrying nets and weapons, setting cruel traps to capture the jungle's creatures. "We must stop them without harming them," whispered Taro. Leo thought for a moment and then smiled. "Let's give them a scare they'll never forget." With silent steps, the animals surrounded the poachers. Suddenly, Leo let out a thunderous roar that echoed through the jungle, and Taro growled so fiercely that the ground seemed to tremble. The birds flapped their wings wildly, and the monkeys howled from the treetops. The poachers, terrified, dropped their weapons and ran for their lives, never daring to return. The jungle was safe once again. The animals cheered for Leo and Taro, their brave protectors. Wise old Owl smiled proudly. "Courage, wisdom, and teamwork have saved our home." That night, under the silver glow of the moon, the animals celebrated. The river sparkled, the trees swayed in the cool breeze, and the jungle was filled with joy. Leo and Taro sat side by side, watching over their home. They knew that as long as they stood together, the jungle would always be safe. And so, the magnificent lion and tiger remained the eternal guardians of the emerald jungle, reminding all that true strength lies in unity, courage, and kindness.